Alright guys, hope you're all well. I just thought I would do a track walkthrough today on my track, my remix, of Bryan Kearney's Balls to the Wall. This was probably one of those tracks that just seemed to come together really fast once I got the parts from Bryan. It's a very sort of acid bass, sort of hard driven track, so I just wanted to put my bit of a stamp on it. I'm just going to go through some of the elements that are in there, talk about some of the things that I've done in here to get it to where it is and all stuff like that. So let's have a little look through anyway. So just starting off, it's pretty basic at the start, all the intro and stuff. So we've got the kick. For anyone wondering why I've got these big long sections here, basically I use these to move the MIDI around when I want to piece the track, like add extra sections in, or take the sections out. I'll use these, and these will then move the MIDI within the buses as well. So you'll probably see that there should be some automation, so these will then move the automation with it as well. So let's have a little look. So in the start, if I just want to play it through, again, just some your simple percussion sort of sounds, some nice loops that I'd created, chopped up, and then bounced down to audio again. And then what do we have here? So we've got a kick and some nice loops there. Then coming over to, got my effects bus, some cymbal crashes and some white noises. What have we got here? So we've got this sort of atmosphere gate sort of sound. Just something to fill in the background there, to fill it out a little bit and give it some extra little attention to detail when it comes to the little sounds in the background. And then we've got this little effect hit. Bit of tremolo on it just to move it from left to right. Okay, cool. So in this is I think I used the reverse. Okay, so in this, when I got this the parts to this track, there was a few acid samples that were in the pack. I think it was maybe, where is it now? This is an old project, so just still trying to find my way around it. It's quite a while that I did this. So where's the main acid? There we go. So this main acid sound. No, it's not that one. Sorry, it's. Where's it gone? 1 sec. We just play through. Oh, sorry, it didn't come in until the break. Here we go. I thought it was the breakdown then. So this acid sound here, I took the main acid, added a big long reverb to it, and then reversed it, and I've used it earlier on in the track to sort of introduce the transitions and stuff. So again, bounce the audio down, bounce the single hit, long tail, reversed it. You'll see it's bounced down to audio here, so you can't really see the wav to it. I bounced it down because this project was getting quite heavy, so what you'll notice as well here is I've got bounced effects. This is when there's many more channels for this track. There'd be like 15, 20 odd channels of different effects. So what I try to do to clean it up, once I'm happy with them, is I'll bounce them down to a single audio file, and that way then I can either reuse them later on over here, or just keep for visual for myself really. So if you look at this fill bounce here, this will have been a couple of channels, and I've just bounced it into one sort of fill for that sort of section. So just go through again. We then have the bass coming in, a couple of layers of bass. This was again started from a synth, triplet sort of 16th notes. I bounced these down into audio because I wanted the hits to be identical when it came to each pattern, each individual hit. So just to give it that solid driving sort of sound. What have we got here? Got some more bass sounds. You know, just different. Got the sub, and then we've got the sine wave to give it some nice low end feeling to it. What else have we got coming up to here? You got your big boom impacts and stuff like that. Bit of atmosphere in the background. You got your big risers. What else we've got effects wise? That was the same effect as there. Again, atmosphere. And then as we're coming up, you know, cymbal crashes repeating to create a bit more tension. What else we got in here? So again, this will have been a couple of channels to create this sound. So what I'm able to do here is just then stick it on the one channel. Saves me having 30 odd channels and getting lost with each sound. They're all made into one now again. So if we look over here, so you've got them sections there. What else we've got? This one, this will again. So I've got here effects 1 to 9. So that would have been the first 9 channels all bounced into one sort of sound as I'm going along. So these are all going to be totally different sort of sounds. Synth stabs and stuff. And then we've got other bounced effects. So there was I remember there being so many effects channels on this. So that was the bass that I had, the mid bass. I cut it up into put it into separate hits and then panned left and right, so you can hear there that there you go quickly as a transition. So if you just there will have been other ones here as well. So and then you've got, I think, a synth one here. Yep. So I did exactly the same this time with the synth hit. So you hear. I think this is one of the first tracks I really was happy with the bass and the drive from it. It's one of those bass that I always sort of used to struggle with, trying to get nice and solid driving. So I was really happy with this when I first got it achieved. Took me again. The whole track was pretty quick, but this section of it still took a bit of time. So what else have we got in here? Let's have a little. So if you just listen through, we've got certain acid atmosphere sort of background noises in there. Acid reverse. This more just sort of reverb tails reversed or synth shots. And also in here we've got this where is it, sorry, sort of like a weird sort of pad, ambient sort of robotic sounding pad. We've got the acid line, which was in the MIDI pack. They've got the main acid, which I put in here, just an ARP, really sort of driving. And then we have this as well, which was, I can't remember if this was actually part of the pack or if I bounced this down into audio. Got these bass hits. If I start to add in some of these to here. What's this one? So we've got a nice little gated vocal atmosphere sound there. So that would have been done as a pad and then gated. Alright, okay, so this sound here was can't remember if, no, actually it wasn't that one, sorry. One of these sounds, here we go. So the stab that was in Bryan's pack, that was in the audio. So I think I I've pitch shifted it and reversed it and chopped it up. And then we've got these different sort of sounds. I was just really getting creative with hits and reverb sounds in this sort of in this track. And then we've got these little vocal stubs, getting a nice groove together with the bass hit. And then we've got the so then the bass comes in, this little bass change in the as a fill. And we've got some perk hits, just random. So we've got that crazy, weird sort of sounding clap. Just gives it a nice little. So what else have we got in here? Intro lead. So just simple little pluck like that. Sometimes that's all you need just to harmonise with the rest of the track. What else have we got here? Harmonic vocals. That's the acid. Into the breakdown, we've got an effects loop, pitch down, phaser on it. It's very subtle and quiet, but it just fills out that background a little bit. You got your drone, low pad. What else have I forgot? Some low reverb kicks and stuff in there. What else have we got? So here's the pad sounds. So here's the audio for the main lead. I just subtle brought it in there just as a little teaser. And then sorry, that isn't the breakdown again, that is also the little mini intro part. So yeah, as I say, I've brought it in subtle there just to give it a little teaser. Then back into the intro again. Again, so that synth stab that you hear, that little crazy effect, is the synth. It's just taken from the main intro pluck. Just panned each note. Okay, so there's also some sort of so where are we? Okay, so we've got a Vox effect here. So basically you're using this as like a riser and then there's an offbeat hit there. So what else have we got here? We've got some other effects, sounds. Just random effects to sort of keep that that ear interested. We have nice little ad lib there. Go with it. Nice little snare fill as well going in. So it's just a simple little, just to help the transition. And then that's when the tech stab then gets introduced. Sorry about that, guys. I had some notifications coming through. Just cut out the video. Okay, so yeah, so going back over here. Okay, so now I've also got some pads coming in. Phase pads. And this ambient. Nice pads there. And then I've got these little vocal ad-libs in, working against each other. So, you know, some are reversed, some are then the other way around. And these work really well with the rest of it, especially when it comes into the breakdown. Just coming into this again, we've got obviously we've got the beat, this little beat harp, so, and then coming into the break. Okay, so here's another intro sound, nice little intro sort of pluck. Thought I'd give it something a bit different to the other sounds. You want them to sort of, you know, you don't want everything to sound exactly the same, they're going to get lost in the mix. They're all working nicely together. Got this other harmonizing pad in there. 2 of them, different layers. And when these are all together, just on their own, you can hear how much sort of emotion they give. Got some atmospheres here as well, just to so they're all working nicely together. And then coming into the main acid. And then we have also the lead, so these are working nicely with each other obviously. And I've just got this little kick coming in just to help move it along a little bit. And then going into the build-up, got this gritty acid, which I thought worked really well with this track. And you'll see on here, got some automation as well from the cut-off, so you can hear it just constantly building. And then introducing the intro lead again, just simple little plucks like that can help you build up. So this is the main sort of, the main tension builder. And then obviously you've got your kick roll. So with the kick roll, you know, got some automation on there. Right, okay, so this actual vocal that says "It's time you got some balls" was actually me recording my own voice, and then I had pitched it down, reverb delay, and yeah, just added it in there, chopped it up, get creative. Okay, so what comes in next is then this reverse acid stab. So I think, from what I remember, I used the same acid stab as one of these. One sec. I think it was this. I think that is the same. No, I'm not sure. I think I used basically one of the, I can't remember now, I used one of the audio samples from the stabs, and I reversed it, and what you'll see here is I've got the actual the loop, and I've actually put a bit of a fade tool on it, so it sounds like it's like ramping up. And then you got other, so reverse claps. No, sorry, not reverse. And then you got all these bounced effects that go with it. So here. And then, so I think just loads of different effects, keeping it interesting. Then what else do we have? So again, just a synth hit, reverse reverb, gated. And then just adding in back in your layers again. Just giving it that drive. And then bringing back in the main acid stab, just to help. So you'll see here what these, where is this main sound now? Okay, so yeah, so with this I've got the coming up to the end, pitching it, crazy, lots of automation with the reverb, the pitch, the low pass, just to help give it that just tension building here, just in the, if you listen to it all together. Just different synth effect, atmosphere effects you can hear playing. Other one shots here. Just different atmosphere effects, just to really help fill out these areas where you've not got your kick and bass not playing. And then we've got another fill. Just different sounds, just playing all the time. And then, yep, more effects. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough. I'm sure I'll do some more in the future. Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Cheers. Bye.